Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the DraftSeal number DS128W3175 PVC door shoe for fixed oak or vinyl top inswinging sills in white. It's a very attractive piece of gasketing, there's no doubt, a door bottom. This is a cool little guy in the sense that it has a integrated drip cap here, but it's also notched, a half notch they would call this, meaning you would notch the drip cap because in your mind's eye, imagine this has a drip cap. Let's back up. Drip caps are meant to help deflect the water away from the plane of the door, and they're known to be incredibly effective. If it's a drip cap, it's an outside door, because it's intended to keep rain from getting down there. So it's obviously an exterior door. I don't see why you'd put one on an interior door. But in your mind's eye, imagine the drip cap on the exterior of the opening. Well, you've got the door stops. So notching this around your door stops would be crucial to have done. So that's what those notches are for, and they're supposed to be there. And it works really nice in that regard. Looking at this order for the client, a notch was not indicated. A notch on both sides, I should say. It is not, forgive me, it's quite clearly indicated rain drip is notched for stop. So the bottom line is, DraftSeal does manufacture commercial weather stripping. They also manufacture a lot of residential weather stripping. Something like this is going to really be seen in a residential application, so they're assuming that you want that notched because it's an in-swing door, is the point I'm trying to drive at. So this is indeed, they've got it at 31 3/4. Yeah, that's true. 31 3/4. Is it? Yeah, that's spot on. That's really good. 1 7/16 is the overall height. That makes sense. So on the front side, you're going to have these flexible PVC fins that are here. The back side is the same sort of situation, and it covers that off really nice. Door bottoms like this are really effective. I have personally had them installed on doors in my home. The garage, the attached garage door, and they work just great, and they're really effective. And they're inexpensive. The only time that they'll fatigue and fail, and they will fatigue and fail with enough use, but what will really cause a premature failure on these is when something is left behind the door, like a shoe. You come home, push the door open, something's behind there, and maybe sometimes people continue to push, but things collecting underneath behind the door is what really will cause these to fail prematurely. But, you know, avoid that practice. And this bottom, the last one I had was well over a decade in service before it really needed to get corrected. And what happens is it breaks down in here, and then it starts to just hang loose. And then you'll notice when you close the door, there's a piece of it hanging off. And that would be a telltale sign that it's time to replace the door. Replace the door bottom. It does not strike me that you would need to remove the door from the hinges in order to replace this. So there you go with that. Available in the other lengths that are listed there as well, and it does include screws. So be mindful to order the length that you like. This would certainly be super easy to cut, even to notch. I can't tell what they use to notch it, but it looks like a very decent cut. It's hard to say what tool they used. It was obviously done by hand, would be my opinion. But nothing else was damaged in the process. No marks along here. Now, there are a couple of links below this video. Let's take a look first at the cut sheet. And that document's going to allow us to review the item in an overview, the DS128. BL for black, B for brown. Brown's the one I see most common. And W for white. White is a very typical residential color. Okay, so that's handy. You see your sizes available in those different colors. Then there's a link below this video to product information. That's a nice document because it will show variations on the DS128 that may work better for you. So do be mindful of that. I would draw your attention to Outside doors that swing in, put a drip cap. That's easy money. Those are known to be very effective. But I would draw your attention to the bottom two that are for outswinging doors, and the reason that they're skewed like that is generally there will be a 5-degree or so slope on the front end of the threshold, so that when you close the door, you'd kind of like for it to mate up correctly, your door bottom, so that the inside seal is not being intensely crushed down because it's being forced into too small of a space. So those options are really nice there as well, but they are part of a system that you may or may not be able to incorporate into what you're doing. Nice quality item. You know, it's a maintenance thing. It's a door. Things are going to fatigue and fail with time with enough use. Finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the DraftSeal products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. DraftSeal is a company that you might want to take a look through their commercial and residential catalog, because they do have some systems and some solutions that no one else has. The downside for us here in the United States is that they are a Canadian company. If much of what they do is north of the border, which simply means that lead time is generally longer, and there are times when we can't get the lengths that we need because they only ship it in a 12-foot length. And there are times when the cost of shipping is just prohibitive because it is an international shipment at that point. Anyway, if patience is something that you would classify this project as having on its list of tools, then DraftSeal could be a very good option for you. If you have any questions on the DraftSeal DS128W3175 PVC white with a drip cap or any other DraftSeal product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.